All day, this couple ran up to different Batman cosplayers, yelled, "Son," and then dropped to the floor. Is that how they died? Son! Both has a heart attack. Like, oh, what a great way to screw with the Batmen. There's only one guy who works in our department, so we changed the bathroom sign. It's his own bathroom? It's his own bathroom! That's actually hilarious, though. Oh, lucky bastard gets his own restroom at work. I mean, how often does that happen? Never. It never happens. Found an extra pair of boots at the worksite, so I decided to give my boss a heart attack. I think we saw this one quite some time ago, and I want to ask the same question now as I did back then. What the hell would the reaction be? Any of y'all out there who watch EmKay, do any of you guys work on sites like this? And if you saw this while working on that site, would you fall for it? Would you actually go, oh my god, we killed Steve or something like that? Or would you go, oh, you sneaky asshole, it's just a pair of boots? This doctor was convinced that H. pylori bacteria causes stomach ulcers, but no one believed him. So he drank the bacteria himself, got stomach ulcers, cured it himself, and won a Nobel Prize. I do believe I've looked into this one before, and it seems absolutely insanely true. Completely wild that this guy just went, screw it. I know, I'm convinced this has to be true. I'm not going to wait 20 years to get this all verified. I'm just going to do it right now. I will pay the price if it doesn't work. Thank God it paid off, though. My boyfriend came to watch me present my research, and at the end, I asked for questions. He asked a super specific question that allowed me to reiterate the most interesting part of my research. He knew the answer. He wanted me to be able to highlight it again. What a man. That right there is the type of partner you should strive to get, for sure. One that really cares for what you do and takes an interest for what you do and tries their best to pump you up the whole way, man. Really get you there. Is British food really that bad? If made correctly, yes. My 3 weeks I spent in the UK back at the height of the pandemic was really something. I got to try a bunch of stuff over there. No, it's not that bad. A lot of it is really good. Do you know how hard it is to beat a full English breakfast? You know how difficult it is to beat that? Like, not even first thing in the morning, just period. A full English breakfast is, oh my god, it's a dream come true. For real. Holy crap. Hey, can someone remind me to cancel my Spotify Premium in 3 months? You should cancel your Spotify Premium. Holy crap, thank you. I completely forgot. Aren't there bots everywhere that you can tell to do this? I have got to start utilizing them more. I mean, I have a calendar that I write stuff on when I'm supposed to, but this is also a nice handy backup, right? I finally asked my grandpa why so many of his books were wrapped in duct tape. His response was, I taped the covers so it looks like a Bible and I can read it during church. Yeah, that looks a lot like a Bible, Grandpa. Baked some iPhone cookies to trick the cops into pulling me over. Then I just take a bite and ask if cookies are illegal. I'm sure that on more than one occasion, they were pissed off enough to invent a reason to give you a ticket anyway for, I don't know, wasting their time or something. Country roads, take me home. I mean, if you insist. That's not the words, oh my god, wait, that's the best pickup line I've ever heard. Okay, how old is this one, though? There is something about this one that feels uniquely 10 years old. Maybe I'm crazy. Okay, that's not a maybe. I definitely am. My new stepmom is younger than me. Well, this weekend my dad married his girlfriend. My parents got divorced over my dad cheating with her. I'm 24 and my new stepmom is 20. So there's that, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm feeling right now. Does she have a dad? Fight fire with fire. You know what? That's a really good point. Although, counterpoint, gross. I eat alone at restaurants, but I always ask for a table for two and tell the workers that my date's coming. When they don't show up, I just act surprised, and the staff usually gives me dessert on the house. Oh, they're probably also doing that thing that TV shows invented where they're placing bets on how long you'll wait around. I do wonder what this guy's success rate is, though. How often do they actually do that versus go, oh, we don't really care. Here's your bill, I guess? I just ate dog food. It's human grade, which means you and your dog can share a tasty, nutrient-dense treat together. Order yours today. I set up a fake dog food company last month, bought Purina at the pet store, and paid Laura Loomer $100 for this post. That's it? $100? Good lord, dude, that's all? Oh my god, you can make me eat dog food for money, but it's not gonna be $100, trust me, it's gonna be a lot. okay? I have a little bit of shame, even though I just said I'd eat dog food for money, but it's gonna need to be a lot more. I literally have $1 to my name right now. What's your Venmo? No! I'm taking the last one for myself. Thank you. Yeah, don't tell people exactly how much is in there. Donnie Yen, the blind monk in Star Wars Rogue One and the star of the... I've never heard anybody say it out loud. Is it Ip or Eep Man? Either way, was once leaving a Hong Kong nightclub with his girlfriend when they were attacked by a gang who had been bothering them earlier in the night. Donnie hospitalized 8 of them. Okay, really? And why is this on creepy.org? Broke up with this man today and he asked me for one more chance, so I said, okay. Then he broke up with me. Oh, it's the oldest trick in the book. It's the oldest trick in the book, man. You can't fire me. I quit. Is it for f***'s sake or for f***'s sake? It's for a work email, so it has to sound professional. I think they're interchangeable. You could say either or. It gets the point across. I know you need it to sound professional. Personally, even though they are interchangeable, I would say for f***'s sake. That one just sounds a little... It rolls off the tongue, you know? Guy at my friend's office went on vacation and never came back. Deleted all social media, never emailed anyone. It's been 2 weeks since he was supposed to come back from Italy, and he's just gone. Living the dream. That really is living the dream. Being able to say hasta la vista and never come back without warning from any job, man. Ain't that the dream? Well, okay, bad jobs. Bad jobs. If you've got something really good that you love, you wouldn't do that. you wouldn't do something like that. Date Sherry? Grandfather seeking companion for granddaughter. She suffers from poor choices. Oh boy, I wonder how effective this is. Having grandpa be your wingman on Tinder. My little brother, who's almost deaf, admitted to the whole family that he will just turn off his hearing aids when he doesn't want to hear us. Like, he'll be getting yelled at and this boy will simply mute the haters. I think he's a king for that. Yeah, doesn't that sound like a bit of a superpower to you? I mean, it's not really a superpower, but being able to just mute everyone, that sounds like it would be pretty great more often than not, right? Am I crazy for thinking so? Man will flat out refuse the role if he ain't named Hector? These are 11 different movies. I have only ever seen him play himself, just this guy. And it's awesome that he's able to, like, hopefully he's making a decent living off of doing it. I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff. You've definitely seen him before, both in TV and in film. He's always just, I'm that guy. No, he's like the king of the that guy actors, in my opinion. Because you might not know his name, but you know his face, and hopefully he's making them mad royalties from his work. A honey badger in a South African wildlife center escaped his enclosure twice to fight the lions in the exhibit beside his, built towers out of rocks and sticks to climb over his wall, and when introduced with a mate, stood on her head to unlock the gate and get out once again. Well, you guys have seen that video about honey badgers, right? You guys remember how honey badgers feel about life in general, right? Just how they are? You know. Joe, I am about to drive past your house and honk. All right, get ready, here it comes. I heard that. Yes, we did it. You know what? I would be so envious of people that can get this level of entertainment out of something as simple as, did you hear my car? Did you hear me pass your house? Because that's great, man. Look at how low that standard is. They're having a great life, I guarantee it. Defund human resources. Coworker got in trouble yesterday and showed up wearing this today. Yeah, human resources ain't there to protect the human, that's for sure. They're there to protect the big invisible entity that makes everybody, well, makes like 12 people at the top money, makes the rest of us a paycheck that disappears the second we get it. I was working in a movie theater in France. A customer started an argument with my manager, who was a highly functional alcoholic and did not give a crap about pleasing Karens. She stupidly went, "The customer is king," to which he replied, "We're in France. We decapitate kings." Yeah, they certainly did, didn't they? I don't know who owns this boat, but I do know they're really good at tying knots. Good God. There's just something about this image, man. Something's real weird here. If that's how low the tide gets, why the hell do you have a boat there at all, if this is something that could possibly happen? Like, what do I do if I want to get in my boat at low tide? Do I have to jump down this 10-foot wall into the boat? There are no ladders anywhere here. What's the worst song to play at a funeral? My father chose the music for my uncle's funeral. I didn't recognize the title. However, at the intense moment that the curtains drew around the coffin, out blurted the Looney Tunes theme. We were horrified, and my dad sat there hunched over, giggling to himself. I have to say, this would be something, this is the type of thing I'd want to happen at my funeral. I want to make you giggle. I want to make you laugh one more time, and that's a really fun way to do it. Like, you can obviously be sad that I'm gone, but I also want you to remember that it's not all bad. Look, I don't have to deal with anything anymore. Think about that. I'm good. I'm all set. And even though I was dead, or am dead, not was, I didn't come back to life. Even though I am dead, I could still make you giggle. I actually remember seeing a clip some time ago of a guy who got his family to play sounds of him, like, banging on the inside of a coffin or something, saying, "I'm alive, let me out!" I'm like, that's the type of crap I'd be on, dude. In 1970, a gay man discovered a loophole in Minnesota law that said gay marriage wasn't explicitly illegal as long as officials allowed it. He then changed his name legally from Jack to Pat Lynn and fooled officials into thinking he was a woman, successfully getting a gay marriage license. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Shouldn't have to do that anywhere at all forever. I know that that's not the case now, but like, should never have had to do that, but it's kind of cool that you were able to figure it out. I asked my grandpa if he would model for me for my photo assignment, and he said, "Let me grab my stethoscope and change into better clothes. I want to look good if I'm getting my picture taken by a professional. Be right back, I'm sobbing, dude." The digital doctor. Who is your grandfather? I need to look up this man. Who is this fella here? The reason hurricanes and cyclones have human names is that the original meteorologist, to name them Clement Raggy, began naming them after politicians he didn't like. This let him say they were causing great distress or wandering aimlessly. Okay, is that true? Well, I am gonna Google this one really quick. This is why you always look this stuff up, folks. So this does appear to be true and appear to be the case, for sure. But he didn't start doing that until the government at the time refused or failed to create a Federal Weather Bureau and appoint him director. So it was sort of his way of getting back at them. Not just politicians he didn't like, it was he named them after politicians who screwed him out of the job or screwed the country out of a Federal Weather Bureau and stuff like that. So it was more of a, well, fine, screw you guys then. No class today. I ran a mile yesterday, never again, and my legs hurt. I don't feel like coming to class, so it's canceled. You guys can't make excuses, but I get to, so no class today. Bye. I mean, yeah, if you're a good professor, and you do your job really well, sure, absolutely, who cares? You guys can't make excuses, but I get to. I mean, as far as excuses go, it didn't sound like you were lying. You're like, dude, I ran a mile yesterday, and I just hurt. I'm not coming in. You didn't dog-ate your homework your way out of class. I didn't recognize the number, so I didn't take it. John Key, newly re-elected Prime Minister of New Zealand, on why he missed a congratulatory call from President Obama. That's fair, though. That's fair. Even though this was a while ago, that's a completely warranted reaction, okay? We used to pick up the phone for anything. And, nowadays, we don't pick up the phone for anything. Running away from that damn nursing home was the best move I've made. Out here living my 20s again. Wait, what? And it's still hashtag my kids, hashtag Nurse Becky. Okay, sure, dude. Oh, looks like you're in Florida. The only reason I can tell is because of that pool enclosure. Another Florida man gone wild, man. God, what are those hashtags, though? What's going on? My mom painted this and said no one would like it. It's her second painting, okay? I painted somebody's mom. Took a while and not perfect, but I painted the guy who painted the other guy's mom. I painted the girl who painted the guy who painted the other guy's mom who painted an egret. That's how you say them, right? This is like a series that I would pay money for. I'd pay money for all four of these. These would be hung on my wall in sequence. My friend just said that tonight her boyfriend quietly got up from the couch, went into the kitchen, measured out all the ingredients to make pancakes, made one single pancake, sat back down on the couch, ate it quietly, and did not even ask her if she wanted one. What did he do with the rest of the batter? Or did he seriously make enough batter for one pancake? Because that's selfishness I aspire to. You know what I mean? All right, well, hell yeah there, brother. It's out of his reach, he can't get to it, and it's a responsible amount to be drinking when he's not operating a motor vehicle of any kind. That is actually hilarious, though. Just bungee corded his twisted tea down. Things I can't eat as a Catholic priest. A 1994 Toyota Corolla. Well, that looks more like a 2001 Lincoln Continental to me, but no, I get you. I'm just guessing the year, by the way. It's probably a 2007 or 8. Either way, that's not a Corolla, but you're right. You probably can't eat either, so I guess it doesn't really matter that it's the wrong car. One like and I'll quit my job. Say no more. You can't do that, though. That's cheating. You game the system. Pay me to lose in a race. Want to impress your girl? Want to finally prove to your friends that your straight pipe 2002 Honda Civic is actually fast? I'll challenge you to a race on my GSXR 600 and purposefully lose to make your dreams come true. Extra $25 and I'll throw a temper tantrum and beg for a second race, in which I will also lose. Absolutely no judgment to anyone who buys my services. Game is game. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's hilarious. Because if you know anything about anything, you'd know that the motorbike is probably always gonna frickin' win, man. Especially against your 2002 Honda Civic. You might be hardcore, but you'll never be rebuild your entire frickin' engine in the desert hardcore. There's no way he was able to get that back together. And if he was, he's God. Just straight up yoinking out an engine from a massive truck like that, rebuilding it, and then putting it all back together and having it work, the dude would have to be God. Woman in the library asked to borrow my charger. She used it for an hour or so and then told me, thanks, add me on Facebook, and literally guided me, looked at my laptop over my shoulder to her profile. I sent a request because it felt awkward not to, and now I see she rejected the request. Oh, dude, that's next level hater. That's so good, though. You gotta admit, that's a long play right there. This guy took advantage of YouTube's current removal of certain songs and turned it into one of the most successful Rickrolls in history. Yeah, dude, I fell for this too. This was genius. How the hell was he... Like, come on, it's such a simple idea, man. After 1.5 billion views, YouTube took the Rickroll song offline, and I'm not sure what to do with my life. I believed this asshole, and I don't know why I believed him. But it was probably the first time I had been properly Rickrolled since, God, 2012 or something, man? The comment. Who came here because someone said this got taken down? Oh, he got us all, man. Oh, he so got us all with that. But you know what? All that happens when you get Rickrolled is you go, what? All right, he got me. This song rules. Rob the Balloon Guy. That's just my name. Don't actually rob me. There's not a whole lot I'm sure that you could take from the man. My classmate rode 15 kilometers on an electrical scooter while sitting on a folding chair. But, I mean, he got there. That probably worked a lot better than even he thought it was gonna work, you know? I don't know why he needed the chair, though. I'd be fine standing on a scooter I mean, it's a long way to go, but I'd probably be okay with it. Do you guys think the parking people at work will accept this appeal? Citation, $35. Appeal balance due. In my defense, Your Honor, I am a silly goose. There's no way. We've reviewed your appeal and, as a one-time courtesy, have decided to dismiss the citation referenced below. Okay, that's awesome. You took the one. They've never seen that before. They've never seen somebody have the balls to do that before. You probably made the judge go, okay, everybody gets one. No one else try this because you will be denied, but this guy gets it. The one time. Doing nothing for 8 hours straight. He did something at 5 hours. At what? At where? Huh? Philadelphia Dunkin' Donuts robber spotted stretching beforehand. Well, you should do that. If you're about to do something strenuous, you should probably stretch, okay? I need to learn that lesson so that I stop hurting myself all the time. Student punished after putting high school up for sale on Craigslist. What was the punishment? Huh? What was the punishment for doing something that clearly couldn't happen anyway? That's just a funny joke, right? Okay, I see his vision here, I do. You don't need a funnel to do this. That's not necessary at all. You just get a bigger tortilla, put it on your plate, eat over that. That's all you need to do. I don't need the 3D printed funnel, dude. That's the one time this guy's invented something that I actually don't think could be useful. Apparently, you can order a side of beans with no beans from Taco Bell. So I did. $2.43, but I don't want beans, so they just give you goo. All right, so you also got a big Cheez-It. Okay, no judgment there. All right, there you go. They did not give me beans. Well, I mean, what the hell were you expecting? After 4 years of planning and 2 months of working every night into the early morning, a team of hackers at MIT turned their Earth and Planetary Sciences department into a giant playable Tetris game. Good God, that must be so freaking annoying for people in there, man. Like, what was that like? I told all my colleagues at work that I have a twin, so when I see them in public, I don't have to talk to them. Yeah, I bet that works out great. I have an uncle who responds to text messages after 2 months. No one knows where he lives exactly, and he shows up when he wants to. He's one of my role models. That does sound impressive. How the hell would you keep that up with a nosy family? Because families are nosy or curious. How would you do that? And how much energy does it take to do that? Does it take none at all? Am I out of touch?